It's week 2 of the NFL, and we'll have our eyes on Darnell Mooney. It was a solid showing in last week's game, 105 receiving yards. It's the Bears and the Commanders, and it comes your way next on Matt.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here are the Commanders making their way out. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU. It's Zach Wilson.
And we all know the scouting report on him. He can attack the field at all levels with a very strong arm and make big-time plays off schedule. We also see a player with confidence and swagger. We see a guy who knows how to lead a team, who knows how to compete, and wants to be great every time he hits the field.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. A first carry for Elijah Mitchell. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. Here's Wilson. Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to have a Commander's first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. First down, here's Mitchell. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. The numbers last week for Mitchell, 22 carries, 90 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football. And
McLaurin going to pick up a Commander's first down as he'll be taken down at the 46. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. They run over center with Mitchell. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Wilson. This is going to be incomplete.
They're such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll drop to throw. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis. And 6 DBs on the field for Washington on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46.
A 63-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted. But he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
Play action. Now Wilson. Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Wilson. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go to the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
And they run the option on 2nd down. 11 yards is the gain on the keeper there, but now it's 3rd down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ballgame, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's out to Chubb, complete. Finding room at midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. A huge play there for Chicago. 42 yards.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now this defense for the Commanders is terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some. And he's hauled the way down to the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
They'll run with Chubb. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's Wilson. Open man is Samuel, complete. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. And Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. From the 31, here's second and a couple. On second down, here's Mitchell. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On first down, Wilson. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down. A give running right is Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Perkins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his second touchdown on the season. And Washington has taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this is incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Here comes the Bears punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
To throw is Wilson.
Throw right side complete to Dotson.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 1.
Here's Wilson to throw. Short pass caught by Henry. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. Now it's Wilson. Open man, the tight end Henry. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's first and 10. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Wilson now off the bootleg. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Nick Bonito.
What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Throwing is Wilson. Henry's got it out on the left side. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
That was a heck of an effort to stop him just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on 4th down on defense, I believe, because offensively, they went from 3rd and long to now it's a go situation here on 4th and inches.
So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
He'll look to throw.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Here's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. The Bears going to take over now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory. Washington going to go on offense one last time in this first half. And we'll see how much they want to push things, leading already here 10-3. Now Wilson on 1st down. And he wisely will throw that one away. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
5 yards on the play.
So we have, sorry coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the 3rd quarter here. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
At the 32-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Here comes the Bears punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So here is Washington now to take over. They were winners over the Dolphins last week. They are on top right now as well as they come up 1st and 10. Wilson.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man here, the tight end, Henry. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 28. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. There for the stop defensively, Nick Bonito. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Right back to Mitchell here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On the handoff, Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
2nd and 9 now. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
Back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
There's Terry McLaurin, such an exciting pass catcher as this offense comes out for their next drive. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good. But there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. 1st down, Washington.
From the shotgun, Wilson. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. From the 41, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They go play action now. Wilson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. Back now at Soldier Field. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Here comes the Bears punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. Washington ready to try again on offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 33-yard line.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Wilson now off the bootleg. And he finds McLaurin. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the 1st before he's tackled.
24-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Commanders.
Now Wilson. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson. Hitting Samuel on the slant. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down, they go back to Mitchell.
And room there to work it inside the 25.
51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down.
Another run with Mitchell.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Bears' 15-yard line.
A give here to Mitchell.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now it's Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked up by Jaquan Brisker.
And they will score a pick 6 for the Bears touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Washington offense going back to work. And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Wilson. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Nick Bonito picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
What a call there on 3rd down. Took conviction, didn't it? If this is incomplete, the complexion of this game changes dramatically. Instead, not only is this a 1st down, but it's a big play to boot.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
A toss left side from Mitchell.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So now the Bears trailing 17-10, a little under a minute 50 remaining.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Jamin Davis, and he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big third down. In trouble, and he's taken down. Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. He's got Mooney running free at the 45. Off to the races. And he is going to have the Bears first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition work in the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's to his running back, complete. And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on the spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. The Washington offense set to take over again. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So it's the Commanders who come away with a win, and it was due largely to the play of the man behind center, CD, and that's Zach Wilson.
Yeah, I thought this defense just didn't have an answer for him all game long. They tried to change things up, but he was always one step ahead. And he finished with over 300 yards passing and 2 touchdown passes as well.
So for Washington, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.